Hello everyone. Today we are going to have the SSS Similarity Theorem. There are still other two theorems that we talked about in the previous video, which is AAA and SAS. I will put the link of those videos in the description box below. So today we're going to have the SSS. SSS stands for Side-Side-Side Similarity Theorem. Here's the thing. If the three corresponding sides of the two triangles are proportional, then the two triangles are similar. Now, we will be coming up with ratios here or fractions, but before we do that, we need to know what numbers we put into the fraction, because we don't just simply pair them up and test it if they're proportional or not. That's not how it works. So it has to be corresponding. So in order that we can determine which ones are corresponding, I would recommend that we label each of the parts here as first the shortest side or the short side. I will represent that as letter S. The in-between side, we will represent that with letter M. And then the longest side, we will represent that with letter L in each of the triangles. So let's take, for example, the first triangle right here. So we're going to determine which of these sides here is the shortest. So I'm going to label this as the shortest. 6 is the shortest. So I'll label S on that. This is the in-between, the 8. So I'm going to label this as M. And then this is the longest. So I'm going to label this as L. Same thing that I do on the other side over here. Because again, the importance of labeling them, it's because some of the triangles have been flipped around. They have been rotated. So it has to be labeled so we can match up the sides. Which one's the small, which one's the medium or in between, which one's the longest. So this is the smallest here or shortest. This is the in between. And this is the longest. So from here, we can create the triangle for all the S or the smalls. So let's start with, shortest. So let's start with the shortest first. So what are the combinations? So I start from the first over the second. So that would be 6 over 9. Okay, so that's 6 over 9. I can reduce this since this one is this one goes by 3. 3 goes 2 times to 6, so that's 2, and 3 goes 3 times to 9, so that's 2/3. So that is the reduced form for 6 over 9. Now I will have to pair up the middle or in between. So the M. So M here, I start with the first over the second. So that would be 8 over 12. And then reduce it. This one goes by 4. So 4 goes twice to 8. So that would be 2 over, and 4 goes 3 times to 12. So that's 2/3. So far we have the same answers right here. And let's test for the longest side. So the longest side would be first over second. So that would be 10 over 15. And both of them goes by 5. 5 goes twice to 10. So that's 2 over 3. So then since all these three numbers that we have here are exactly the same, these three are the same, we can conclude that these two triangles are similar. So that is one way to test for SSS. You pair them up first over second, and then pair up all the smalls, all the shortest, all the in between, and all the longest. So in this case right here, we have similar, because all of these are the same. It says that we're supposed to complete the similarity statement here, triangle EDC. So EDC means we start from E, we pass through the shortest side going to D, and we pass through the side M going to C. So we do the same thing here. So we start from K, we pass through the shortest side, and then we pass through the in-between side. So the statement that we have here would be triangle EDC is similar to triangle KLM. Again, just like in the other videos, these letters can never be switched around. E and D are corresponding angle. E and K are corresponding. D and L are corresponding. C and M are corresponding. Now let's try another problem right here. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, let's go over this. So we're gonna label the parts. So this one right here is our shortest side. This is the middle or in between, and this is the longest side. We do the same thing for the other side right here. This is the shortest side, and then this is the in between side, and this is the longest side. So we're gonna pair up all of the shortest here, the shortest sides. I'll start with S. So the shortest side on the first is 4. 4 over the shortest side is 8. And then 4 over 8, 4 goes to 4 one time. And then 4 goes to 8 two times, so 1/2. We can actually change this to decimal if you want. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Okay, now let's have the medium or the middle. So let's take the first one here, 5 over, and then this is the M here is 10, so 5 over 10. Reduce this, that's 1/2, and so this is 0.5. So far, these numbers are the same, which is good. Now let's look at the longest side here. So for the longest side of the first is 7 over the longest side of the second is 16. And if we divide this, we cannot reduce this because 7 doesn't work with 16. But if we reduce this, this is 0, if you use your calculator, 0.4375. Did you get the same answers as this? Good, perfect. Now, what do we put in over here? Since this one messed up everything, both of them are good because they're the same, but this one messed it up. That means these two triangles are not similar. So they are not similar since one of them messed up. And so we can just keep this as blank since they are not similar. Did you get the same answers as these? Good, perfect. At this time, let's try another example. Again, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, we go over this. We label the parts again. So this would be the shortest side. This is the in-between. This is the longest. And on the other side right here, 9.1 is the shortest side. 9.6 is the in-between. And then 14.3 is the longest side. So we're going to pair them up. We make a fraction out of them. So first we have let's start with the shortest first. So S would be, we have a 7 over 9.1. So that is 7 divided by 9.1. We use calculator on this, and this should give us 0.769230762. Okay, now let's take the middle. So the middle here is 8 over the middle on the other side is 9.6. And again, we use calculator on this. This is actually 0.833, and the 3 is just gonna repeat. And then we look at the ratio of the longest side, which is 11 over, that is 14.3. So if we divide it, this is 0.769230762. So these two right here have the same answers, but the one in the middle messed it up. So that means this is not similar. Did you get the same answers as this? Good, perfect. Now, what do we put into the DEF over here? We just leave it as blank. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!